When the dog suddenly broke free that afternoon, every officer's hand froze in terror. Men shouted. Someone reached for a rope. Grab the dog! But no one moved. Everyone knew the truth. No one could tame this dog. Not trainers, not officers, not even his former canine handler. In the middle of the open yard stood a police dog once labeled untrainable, a beast that had sent grown officers to the hospital. He'd attacked every handler, broken through steel kennels, shattered training records in all the worst ways. They called him Beast, the most dangerous police dog ever taken off duty. For months, nobody could touch him. Nobody could calm him. Nobody could tame him. But today, something impossible was about to happen. A tiny girl, no more than 6, walked straight toward him. "Get her out of there!" someone shouted. She didn't scream. She didn't run. She simply took one calm step forward. The dog lunged. Men yelled in panic. Then the little girl did something shocking, and the dog that terrified grown men did something no one could explain. Stay with me. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Where are you watching from? Drop your country in the comments. The ranch. Dust settled slowly over the ranch that morning, drifting over wooden fences and wide-open fields. But today, it hung in the air like a warning. Men leaning against the fence weren't talking, weren't laughing, weren't even moving. Their eyes were fixed on the massive German shepherd pacing inside the training pen, claws scraping the ground, breath sharp, body tense like a coiled spring. His name was Rex. Once spoken with pride throughout the police K9 unit, now whispered with fear across the ranch. Rex wasn't just any dog. He was the most infamous police K9 the department had ever trained. He'd passed every obstacle, every test, until everything changed. A single mission had shattered him, turning discipline into unpredictability, loyalty into explosive aggression. 3 trainers had failed to control him. 2 officers had been bitten. 1 handler nearly hospitalized. The department made a painful decision. Rex was unfit for duty. Finally, the compromise. Rex would be sent to a ranch specializing in impossible cases, a place where untamable dogs were given their final shot at redemption. But the men here quickly realized Rex wasn't like the others. He wasn't wild. He wasn't feral. He was haunted. Every sudden noise made him snap violently. Every shadow made him growl. Every command made him recoil or attack, as if the air around him was filled with ghosts only he could see. "Stay back," one ranch hand warned as Rex slammed against the gate with a furious bark. "This one ain't fixable," another muttered. The head trainer shook his head. "Every animal's fixable," though even he didn't sound convinced. Rex wasn't a monster. He was broken, and nobody believed anyone could put the pieces back together. Nobody, until the day a little girl stepped onto the ranch. Lily arrives. The morning sun stretched across the ranch as a dusty pickup truck rumbled toward the gate. The moment the door opened, every man did a double take. A little girl, no older than 6, hopped out, blonde ponytail bouncing, tiny backpack strapped across her shoulders, bright blue eyes scanning the ranch with calm curiosity. Her father, Ethan, placed a gentle hand on her shoulder. "Stay close, Lily." But Lily wasn't looking at him. She was staring straight at the fenced pen where Rex paced like a storm trapped in a cage. Ranchers exchanged uneasy glances. "What's a kid doing here?" When they reached the main office, the head trainer stepped out. "Didn't know you were bringing family." Ethan winced. "Couldn't leave her alone. I'll keep her away from the pens." But Rex had already noticed her. His head snapped toward the truck. His growl deepened. His pacing faltered. His ears pulled forward. Lily stopped too. Their eyes met across the yard. A strange stillness settled over the ranch, as if the wind itself held its breath. Rex never paused for anything. Not for men, not for commands, not for food. But he was frozen now, watching that small girl with frightening intensity. Ethan hurried Lily inside, but the ranchers couldn't stop whispering. Why is he looking at her like that? For the first time since arriving, Rex was calm, and none of them could understand why. The charge. The afternoon heat settled thick over the ranch. The ranch hands had circled around Rex's pen for his daily behavioral test. Inside, the German shepherd tore back and forth like living thunder, paws churning clouds of dust, muscles rippling, teeth flashing. "Easy, boy. Settle down," one trainer muttered. Rex responded with a vicious snarl. Across the yard, Lily bounced beside her father. She pointed. "Daddy, doggy!" Ethan tensed. "Stay here. Don't move." But she wasn't listening. Before Ethan could stop her, Lily slipped from his reach and began walking, small step after small step, straight toward the arena. "Lily!" Ethan shouted, panic flooding his voice. Rex turned like a hurricane, changing direction, his eyes locked onto the girl. Then it happened. Fast and violent. Rex charged. Dust erupted behind him. The ground shook. His teeth flashed. His growl tore across the yard like thunder. "Grab him!" someone screamed. But nobody moved quickly enough. Rex was too fast. He ripped across the enclosure, hit the fence edge, and the gate latch slipped loose. The gate flew open. Rex was free, running straight at Lily. Ethan sprinted, but desperation had slowed his legs. They watched helplessly as the wild police dog barreled toward the tiny girl. But Lily didn't run. She didn't scream. She simply kept walking forward, as if approaching a friendly farm dog. "Lily!" Ethan's voice cracked. Just as Rex lunged, just as every rancher flinched, Lily did something shocking. She lifted her small hand, a single soft gesture. Rex stopped mid-lunge so abruptly his paws skidded trenches into the dirt. The furious bark caught in his throat. His growl died instantly. His eyes, wild moments ago, softened as if he suddenly recognized something in her face. The ranchers stared, speechless. Rex, the uncontrollable, dangerous dog, had frozen inches from a little girl's fingertips. And then, impossibly, he lowered his head. The connection. A stunned silence fell over the ranch. Rex wasn't growling. He wasn't snarling. He was calm. Lily took one small step forward. Rex didn't move, only breathed, watching her with an intensity none of the men had ever seen. Ethan rushed in, scooping Lily into his arms. "Don't you ever walk up to a dog like that again." But Lily only whispered, "Doggy wasn't bad." The trainers exchanged uneasy glances. "That dog wasn't tired," the head trainer said firmly. He stopped like she stopped him. Rex began pacing again, but this time slowly, rhythmically, his eyes never leaving the direction Lily had been carried. A ranch hand swallowed. He's looking for her. The flashback. That night, Rex lay in his enclosure, restless. The memories flooded back. He'd once been the pride of the K-9 unit, the fastest, most obedient German shepherd they'd ever trained. His partner, Officer Cole Ramirez, treated him like a brother. But everything changed on a rainy evening 2 years ago. A kidnapping. A child held hostage. The suspect barricaded inside an apartment. When Rex entered, the suspect grabbed a little girl, no older than 6, and held her like a shield. She screamed. Cole shouted the command, "Rex, go!" Rex launched. The gun fired. The girl fell. The suspect crashed beneath Rex's weight. But when Rex turned toward the girl, he saw the blood, saw her trembling, saw her terrified eyes looking at him, pleading. And something inside Rex shattered. The girl survived, but her panicked cries, her whisper of, "Don't let the dog near me," carved themselves into Rex's memory with unbearable pain. He hadn't hurt her. He'd saved her. But the fear in her eyes broke him. After that mission, Rex changed. Commands confused him. Loud noises sent him into panic. Every time he saw a small child, his mind dragged him back to that room. The department tried everything. Nothing worked. Rex wasn't dangerous by nature. He was traumatized, carrying a wound no one understood. But here on the ranch, a new image flashed over the memory. Lily's face, her calm eyes, her tiny hand lifted gently. She didn't flinch. She didn't tremble. She didn't see a monster. She saw him. For the first time since that terrible night, the darkness faded just enough for Rex to breathe. The bond grows. The next morning, Lily approached Rex's pen. She pressed tiny hands against the fence. Rex moved toward her, not lunging, not snarling, but walking slowly, cautiously, tail lowered. When his nose touched the metal bars, Lily giggled. "Hi, doggy." Rex exhaled through his nose, a warm breath brushing her fingers. Lily slid her hand through the fence gap and placed it on Rex's cheek. The dog closed his eyes, savoring a long-forgotten comfort. No growl, no tension, only stillness. The head trainer whispered, "That girl, she's the only one he trusts." The evaluation. Days later, the evaluation team arrived. Their job, assess Rex or sign the papers to end his story. Rex was led into the arena. The moment trainers reached for commands, Rex erupted, lunging, snarling, snapping. "That's 2 strikes, an evaluator muttered. Rex lunged again. "That's—" Before he could finish, Lily slipped under the fence and ran across the arena. "Lily!" Ethan shouted. But she was already there. "Rex," she whispered. He stopped mid-lunge. He lowered his head. Lily approached slowly and placed one small hand on his cheek. Rex melted, body relaxed, breathing steadied, eyes softened. He sat down perfectly, immediately. One evaluator whispered, "That wasn't training, that was trust." The lead evaluator lowered his clipboard. "If this child can handle him, then this dog isn't dangerous. He's traumatized, and she's the only one who can reach him." The rescue. Weeks passed. Lily and Rex became inseparable. Then one afternoon, a spooked stallion bolted from the shed, hooves pounding violently, straight toward Lily. "Lily, move!" Ethan shouted. But Lily was frozen. Rex saw it first. His ears shot up. In the next heartbeat, he launched himself forward like a missile. He slammed against the horse's front legs, knocking it off balance, redirecting its charge just enough. The horse stumbled sideways, crashing away from Lily. Rex stood between them, body lowered, teeth bared, growling protectively. Grant approached, breathless. That dog just risked his life for her. Lily rushed to Rex, wrapping her arms around his neck. He pressed his head into her chest, whining softly, not in pain, but relief. The men exchanged stunned looks. Grant exhaled. We were wrong about him. Completely wrong. The reunion. The next morning, sunlight spilled across the fields. Grant approached Ethan. After today, they're not labeling Rex aggressive anymore. They're calling him rehabilitated. Ethan exhaled. So he's staying here? Grant shook his head. No, he's going wherever she goes. Lily's eyes widened. Rex comes home? Grant nodded. He's bonded to her. Keeping them apart would break him again. Lily rushed into the pen. Rex rose and pushed his forehead into her chest, the gentlest embrace. Ethan watched, understanding. This wasn't the end of Rex's story. It was the beginning. The next morning, Lily walked proudly with Rex trotting beside her. No fence, no chain, no fear, just trust. Grant handed Ethan papers. Rex is officially hers now. That dog wasn't broken. He was waiting for the person who could see past his fear. Lily leaned down and kissed Rex's head. You're safe now. Rex closed his eyes, letting her words settle deep. He wasn't the wild dog nobody could tame. He was the loyal protector a little girl chose, and who chose her back.